Have you ever spent over an hour at the gym thinking, this has got to be effective, right? Or maybe you felt defeated because you only had 15 minutes available. Wondering, what's the point of such a short workout? I used to believe that longer workouts were always better. I'd spend 2 hours at the gym, convincing myself that I was being incredibly dedicated. Then I discovered a revolutionary study from Sweden's Karolinska Institute that completely shattered my assumptions about workout duration and effectiveness. This groundbreaking 12-week research compared muscle growth across 3 groups doing 1 hour, 30-minute, and 15-minute high-intensity workouts. The results were so unexpected. They challenged everything we thought we knew about exercise efficiency. The 15-minute group's results were particularly mind-blowing. This study matters because it directly challenges the longer is better mentality that dominates fitness culture. It's like discovering that eating more doesn't necessarily make you healthier. The implications for busy professionals and time-conscious individuals are enormous. Let's start with the 1-hour high-intensity group. These participants combined compound and isolation exercises for a full 60 minutes. After 12 weeks, they achieved an average muscle gain of 3.2 kilograms. Impressive at first glance, but there's more to the story. The critical finding was that workout intensity dropped significantly. After 45 minutes, electromyography readings showed muscle activation decreased by 40% in the final 30 minutes, compared to the initial phase. Essentially, the latter half of their workout contributed minimally to muscle growth. Researchers at the German Sport University Cologne analyzed this phenomenon further. They discovered that only about 32 minutes of the 1-hour workout actually contributed to meaningful muscle development. The remaining 28 minutes were essentially wasted effort. Even more concerning was the prevalence of overtraining syndrome. 23% of the 1-hour group experienced chronic fatigue, sleep disturbances, and appetite loss. Cortisol levels frequently exceeded normal ranges, indicating that exercise had become a stressor rather than a benefit. The 30-minute high-intensity group produced fascinating results. After 12 weeks, they averaged 3.7 kilograms of muscle gain, actually surpassing the 1-hour group. This counterintuitive finding demanded deeper investigation. Exercise physiologists at the University of Texas analyzed why shorter workouts produced superior results. The key was intensity maintenance. The 30-minute group sustained over 85% muscle activation throughout their entire session, while the longer group's intensity declined progressively. Recovery capacity was another crucial factor. The 30-minute group fully recovered within 24 hours, allowing them to maintain optimal performance for subsequent workouts. The 1-hour group required 48 hours for complete recovery, reducing their weekly training frequency and overall stimulus. Blood analysis revealed additional advantages. The 30-minute group maintained elevated IGF-1 levels for 72 hours post-workout, promoting sustained muscle protein synthesis. Their mTOR enzyme activity, which inhibits muscle breakdown, remained at optimal levels throughout the recovery period. But the real surprise came from the 15-minute high-intensity group. Their average muscle gain was 2.8 kilograms, only 0.4 kilograms less than the 1-hour group. When calculated by time efficiency, the 15-minute group was overwhelmingly superior. Researchers at Japan's University of Tsukuba investigated this phenomenon extensively. They found that the 15-minute group could maintain maximum intensity from start to finish, delivering qualitatively different muscle stimulation compared to longer workout groups. Most impressive was their post-workout muscle protein synthesis rate. The 15-minute group showed 145% increased synthesis for 48 hours after exercise, compared to 118% for the 1-hour group and 127% for the 30-minute group. However, achieving these results with 15-minute workouts required specific protocols. The program consisted of 2 minutes dynamic warm-up, 10 minutes high-intensity intervals, and 3 minutes cool-down. During the high-intensity phases, participants pushed to their absolute limits. The specific protocol involved 13 rounds of 30-second maximum effort, followed by 15-second active recovery. Those 30 seconds demanded everything participants had, while the 15-second breaks maintained light movement rather than complete rest. This approach works because of muscle fiber activation patterns. Research from McMaster University in Canada shows that short-duration, maximum-intensity exercise optimally activates both fast-twitch and slow-twitch muscle fibers simultaneously. Longer workouts create increasingly imbalanced fiber activation over time. Hormonal responses were equally remarkable. The 15-minute high-intensity sessions triggered dramatic increases in growth hormone and testosterone. Growth hormone levels reached 300% of baseline for 2 hours post-workout, compared to 180% for the 30-minute group and 120% for the 1-hour group. However, 15-minute workouts had limitations. Muscular endurance improvements were modest compared to longer sessions. Additionally, beginners might find the intensity overwhelming and face increased injury risk without proper preparation. The actual workout structures varied significantly. The 1-hour group followed a traditional format: 10 minutes warm-up, 25 minutes compound movements, 20 minutes isolation exercises, and 5 minutes cool-down. They emphasized fundamental movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench press, adding targeted isolation work later. The 30-minute group used circuit-style training: 5 minutes warm-up, 20 minutes compound-focused high-intensity circuits, and 5 minutes cool-down. The key was minimizing rest periods, while simultaneously stimulating multiple muscle groups through compound movements. The 15-minute group employed the HIIT protocol described earlier, using bodyweight exercises like burpees, mountain climbers, jump squats, and push-ups. These equipment-free movements could intensely stimulate entire muscle groups within the time constraints. For practical application, first assess your current fitness level accurately. Beginners should start with 30-minute moderate intensity, rather than jumping into 15-minute high-intensity protocols. If you have exercise experience, try this weekly structure: Monday, 15-minute high intensity; Wednesday, 30-minute moderate to high intensity; Friday, 15-minute high intensity. This provides adequate recovery while maximizing muscle growth stimulus. Busy professionals will find 15-minute high-intensity workouts particularly valuable. They fit easily into morning routines or lunch breaks. The crucial element is never compromising on intensity. Short duration means pushing to absolute limits. Safety considerations are paramount. Always complete thorough warm-ups before high-intensity exercise, particularly for shoulders and knees. Post-workout cool-downs and stretching help manage muscle tension and prevent injury. Individuals with cardiovascular conditions or joint problems must consult healthcare professionals before determining appropriate exercise intensity. High-intensity exercise places significant cardiovascular demands that require medical clearance. Nutrition timing becomes more critical with shorter, intense workouts. Consume appropriate protein and carbohydrates within 30 minutes of 15-minute high-intensity sessions. This timing coincides with peak muscle protein synthesis when nutrient delivery is most crucial. Sleep quality directly impacts exercise effectiveness. High-intensity workouts require deep sleep for optimal growth hormone release. Avoid caffeine for 2 hours post-workout and complete exercise at least 3 hours before bedtime. Personalized programming is essential. Those lacking basic strength should start with 30-minute sessions and gradually increase intensity. Individuals with established fitness foundations can begin 15-minute high-intensity protocols immediately. Exercise frequency varies by duration. 15-minute high-intensity sessions can occur 4 to 5 times weekly, while 1-hour workouts should be limited to 3 times per week. Adequate recovery time actually enhances muscle growth rather than hindering it. Tracking and measurement are invaluable. Record exercise intensity, repetition counts, and subjective fatigue levels to identify your optimal intensity zones. Consistency for 2 to 3 weeks will reveal your personal patterns and preferences. The most important insight from this research is abandoning the longer equals better mentality. Instead, focus on how intensely can I work? 15 minutes of truly concentrated, maximum intensity exercise can produce similar results to hour-long sessions when executed properly. Start today with whatever time you have. Don't create elaborate plans or set unrealistic expectations. Simply commit to 15 minutes of genuinely challenging exercise. In 3 months, you'll experience remarkable changes that validate this science-based approach. Your fitness transformation begins with the next workout, not the perfect schedule. Make intensity your priority, consistency your habit, and efficiency your advantage. The science supports shorter, smarter training, and your results will prove it works. If this information has changed your perspective on exercise efficiency, please subscribe and like this video. I'll continue sharing evidence-based fitness insights that can genuinely transform how you approach health and strength training. Here's to your most efficient workouts yet.